Assalamu alaikum, dear viewer. I am Advocate Ameer Hamza with you. Before this, we will discuss income tax basis, registration for income tax, change your personal detail, file income tax return. Today we will discuss file income tax return. For this purpose, logging into IRS portal. If you are first time income tax filer, registration will be required before you can file your income tax return. After registration, you can log into IRS and file your income tax returns. Those having obtained a national tax number NTN or registration number but do not have credit and to log into IRS can get access by clicking on e-enrollment registration person. Now, if we come into IRS portal, here's we mention our registration number and password and login. We will log in after some discussions. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट हमारे पास पासवर्ड फॉर IRS लॉगिन होना चाहिए. पासवर्ड फॉर IRS लॉगिन e-enrollment with Federal Board Revenue FBR provided with you NTN registration number and password. You can log in by IRS by entering your NTN registration number and password. Reset password. इसमें if you need to reset your password to gain access to IRS, you can click forget password on the IRS. Enter all the data in the required field. forget password के लिए अगर आप जाते हैं तो यहाँ रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर कुछ चीज़ मेंशन किए हुए, डायरेक्ट फॉरगेट पासवर्ड पे आना. जैसे हम फॉरगेट पासवर्ड पर आते हैं तो यहाँ हमने अपना 13 डिजिट का जो CNIC नंबर है वो एंटर करना है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल किसी का कुछ भी हो, ये देखिए 35 जो भी ये आपने लिखा. उसके बाद यहाँ पे आपने इंसर्ट योर ईमेल एड्रेस, फिर सिलेक्ट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, जो भी यहाँ पे वैसे मोबिलिंक है. यहाँ पे 0092 के साथ आपने 0092309 इन दिस एंटर मोबाइल एंड इंसर्ट कैप्चा कोड. अगर सबमिट करेंगे तो आपको एक पासवर्ड रिसीव होगा. इससे विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस यू कैन चेंज योर फॉर रिकवर योर पासवर्ड ना. पासवर्ड की बात हो गई. अगर चेंज पासवर्ड फॉर IRS. Password can be changed by logging into IRS and clicking change password on the top right of the screen. Enter the required information in the dialog box. इसमें 2 वे बताया उसने पासवर्ड चेंज करने के. फर्स्ट में तो IRS पे जाते हैं और हम फॉरगेट ही हो गया, हमें पता ही नहीं है पासवर्ड का. दूसरा सेकंड वे हमने लॉगिन कर लेता है IRS में और उसके बाद वहाँ पे जाके पासवर्ड को चेंज करते हैं. अगर आप देखना चाहें तो मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूँ. इन दिस वे फॉरगेट पासवर्ड पे जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल देखिए फॉरगेट पासवर्ड है यहाँ, तो फॉरगेट पासवर्ड पे नहीं जाते हम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अपना जो है ना वो एंटर करते हैं. देखें ये 31101898589 589 हम आ गया पासवर्ड पे. देखेंगे ये हो गया हम लॉग इन. ये लॉग होने के बाद ये है चेंज पासवर्ड. यू कैन सी इफ़ यू डोंट आई सर्कल टू दैट आइकॉन चेंज पासवर्ड. दिस इज़ चेंज पासवर्ड. इसके ऊपर हमने क्लिक करेंगे तो ये हमें चेंज पासवर्ड पे ले जाएगा। ये है चेंज पासवर्ड, ये है। यहाँ पे हमने अपना करंट पासवर्ड देना है, करंट पासवर्ड जो भी हो, उसके बाद जो भी न्यू पासवर्ड होगा वो 2 टाइम टाइप करेंगे तो आपका पासवर्ड चेंज हो जाएगा। दैट्स वेरी इजी। वी कम बैक अगेन। Complete income tax return. To complete online income tax return, a person must complete the return of income from the wealth statement, statement of assets and liabilities form. The facilitate the taxpayer video tutorial of income tax filing are provided. Further knowledge base portal provided step by step written and video guides on filing income tax return. Wealth statement. Successful submission of income tax return and wealth statement in IRIS is confirmed when both the form have moved from a draft folder to complete task. Reconciliation of wealth statement. Wealth statement will only be successfully submitted once current year's wealth has increased, decreased from previous year wealthy by the same amount as your income has exceeded, fallen short of your expenses. Failure to reconcile with statement will not allow you to submit your income tax return. Salaried person income tax return. To facilitate salary person in filing their income tax return, declaration form 1141 has been provided. Salaried person would need to complete the declaration form 1141 under clause 1 in order to successfully submit their income tax return. Person who are deriving income only from salary and other sources where salary is more than 50% of income can avail this form. Change PIN for IRS. PIN can be changed by logging into IRS and clicking change PIN near the top of the screen. Enter the required information dialog box. I seen you where we can change PIN. For that purpose we log into IRS and at the click change PIN. Where is the login tax? Just wait. इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम। ये देखें, ये हमारे पास था, इसको मैं क्लोज करता हूँ। ये है चेंज पिन। यू कैन सी दिस पोर्शन इज चेंज पिन। यू क्लिक हेयर एट द चेंज पिन। चेंज पिन यहाँ पे हम न्यू पिन टाइप कर सकते हैं और कंफर्म करेंगे तो हमारी पिन चेंज हो जाएगी। क्लोज। भी हम नेक्स्ट पे आते हैं। इनकम टैक्स फाइल करने के बाद रिवाइजिंग इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न। An income tax return can be revised within a 5 year of being originally filed to correct any omission or wrong statement discovered later on. An income tax return can be revised within 5 years. 5 सालों के अंदर 5 years के अंदर हम जो है ना टैक्स ईयर को रिवाइज कर सकते हैं इसको। In order to revise the income tax return filed One has to file an application for revision in IRS. After approval of your application, you can file a revised income tax return in IRS. Revising wealth statement. A wealth statement of assets and liabilities can be revised in IRS before receipt of the notice under subsection 9 of section 122 of the Income Tax Ordinance 2001 without the need to file application seeking approval for revision. Filing income tax after deadline. To file the online income tax return after due date, you would still have to complete the filing of income tax return as described above. Record keeping of income tax return. Record keeping for income tax return. Person having taxable income or bound to keep income tax return record for 6 years. 6 साल के लिए ये रिकॉर्ड रखना होता है. रिकॉर्ड कीपिंग फॉर इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न 6 ईयर के लिए. पर्सन obligation to file income tax return. You might be obligated to file income tax return if you are certain category of person or have income of certain their obligation to file income tax declaration. टैक्स से फैसिलिटेट गाइडलाइन है पे आ गए हम लोग. आवर विजन, आवर मिशन, ये सब चीज़ें इन्होंने दी हुई हैं. इंट्रोडक्शन है. व्हाट इज़ रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम, इसके बारे में आप ये डिटेल से पढ़ सकते हैं. व्हाट इज़ रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम. फैसिलिटेट टू टैक्स पेयर. इसमें इसने बताया द अमाउंट ऑफ एनुअल बिल एक्सीड रुपीज़ 1 मिलियन से अगर बिल एक्सीड कर जाता है तो रिटर्न फाइल करना मस्ट होती है. द रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम इज़ फ्रॉम फाइल्ड बाय ए पर्सन टू द इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट. इट कंटेन डिटेल ऑफ द पर्सन एनुअल इनकम. Obligation to file income tax declaration. Who is required to submit return income? Every company, irrespective of any condition, where earn except income or are still in startup stage or any other situation. Association of person AOP and individual with annual income over rupees 4 lakh. फॉर द टैक्स ईयर. अगर 4 लाख से इनकम बढ़ जाती है ओपी की, एनी पर्सन हु इज चार्ज टू टैक्स इन एनी ऑफ 2 प्रीसीडिंग टैक्स ईयर. एनी पर्सन हु क्लेम ए लॉस टू द carried forward and set off against the income of the following year. Any person who own immovable property with land area 250 square foot yard or more located in area filing within the municipal limit, a cantonment board on the Islamabad capital territory with land area of 500 square foot yard or more located in rating area, a flat located in area filing within the municipal limit cantonment Islamabad, a flat with cover area 2000 square feet or more located in the rating area. Any person who own a motor vehicle having engine capacity of 1000 cc or more, 1000 cc से ऊपर किसी की गाड़ी होगी तो उसको भी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करना मैंडेटरी है. Any person who is the holder of commercial of industrial connection of electricity wares. Any person who is holder of commercial or industrial connection of electricity where the amount of annual bill exceeds rupees 1 million. अगर 1 मिलियन से ज़्यादा बिल एक साल के अंदर एक्सीड कर जाता है तो उनके लिए भी रिटर्न फाइल करना मैंडेटरी है. नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ एनी कंडीशन, नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी हर हाल में जो है अपनी जो है ना रिटर्न फाइल करनी है. एनी वेलफेयर इंस्टीट्यूशन अप्रूव्ड अंडर क्लॉज 58 of part of the second schedule to the income tax ordinance 2001 irrespective of any condition. Every individuals whose incomes under the head income from business exceed rupees 3 lakh but does not exceed the maximum amount that is not chargeable to tax. Any person who is in the opinion of the commissioner was required to furnish the return of income of any of the aforesaid reason but has failed to do so, whom a notice for furnishing of the return of income has been served by the commissioner. Even if one of the above applies on me still need to file a return in order to claim a refund of the deduction or collected at source other than final tax. Who is not required to file IT return, income tax return. Exception not required to file return income of the above are as under deriving income exceedingly from salary up to rupees 4,99,999. The annual statement of deduction of income tax from salary filed by the employer is treated as return of income on behalf of such employee. Enter income is subject to final tax or fixed tax for both. Separate statement is prescribed. A widow and orphans below the age of 25 है. एक बेवा यतीम जो एज इसकी एज 25 से कम हो और ए डिसेबल पर्सन कोई जो है ना मजूर सुलेली फॉर द रीजन ऑफ ओनिंग इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी. A flat of the land of 250 square foot yard or more located in area filing within the municipal limit, a cantonment board or Islamabad capital territory है. A non-resident for the reason of owning immovable property. Definition म्यूनसिपल लिमिट. म्यूनसिपल लिमिट क्या होता है? मीन्स एरिया एक्सीडिंग इमीडिएटली बिलो द कमर्शियल ऑफ लोकल गवर्नमेंट लॉ इन द प्रोविंस. डेफिनेशन non-profit organization mean any person other than individual which is established for religious education, charitable welfare or development purpose or for the promotion of an MIT or sport formed and registered under any law as a non-profit organization approved by the Commissioner of Income Tax as NPO, and none of the assets of such person confers or may confer a private benefit to any other person. Maximum amount that is not chargeable to tax for the tax year 2013 is rupees 4 lakh of taxable income derived from all sources taken together. Who is required to furnish the statement of final tax? Any person drawing income subject to the separate charge, income subject to the final tax or separate block of income. Please read our broach income subject to separate charge, final tax and fix the tax regime of income tax. Any person who is in the opinion of the commissioner was required to furnish what is the due date furnishing return of income tax statement. The due date furnishing return of income state due date. In case of company, both a return of income and statement whose tax year and between 1st July and 31st December, 13th December whose tax year and between 1st January and 30 January 31st December. In case of salaried individual, both income statement final 31st August. In case individual and association of person required to furnish 31st August, statement of final required furnished 13th September, required furnished of income 30th September. These are the details. Hard copy printed form of the return of incomes and statement of final tax can be furnished by post or courier service, delivery by hand to the tax facilitation center, to the recipient legal taxpayer, regional tax office having jurisdiction over taxpayer where electronic filing of return of income and a statement of final tax is not mandatory. Soft copy electronic file of the return of income and statement final tax year are required to be furnished through Federal Board of Revenue web portal www.efbr.gov.pk. It is mandatory to furnish the return of income and statement of final tax electronics एक कंपनी ये डिटेल आप पढ़ लीजिएगा सारी वे रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम और ये चीज़ें जो है सारी आपके सामने हैं. यू कैन we come back to the our reading. पर्सन ओब्लिगेशन टू फाइल इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न अभी हमने डिस्कस करा था. अभी हम आ गए क्रेडिट्स rebates and exemptions for income tax return. You can avail tax rebates and exemption only if you are in active taxpayer. अगर आप एक्टिव टैक्स पेयर हैं तो आपको ये एग्जामेशन हासिल है. टैक्स रिडक्शंस एंड रिबेट्स की बात हो रही है. These are the rebates provided. You can study if you come in that criteria. You can print out of that file and study these files in detail. We come back again. ये एग्जाम्शंस थी जिसके बारे में मैंने आपको बताया. ये सारी आपने इनकी स्टडी करनी है. privacy of personal information. By not filing your income tax return in spite of having taxable income, you will liable to the penalty and prosecution under the provision of Income Tax Ordinance 2001. Your personal information is not disclosed to anyone except the tax officer. पर्सनल जो आपकी इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो कहीं भी किसी को नहीं दी जाएगी। अगर कोई दी जाए तो बाय नॉट फाइलिंग योर इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न, उसके ख़िलाफ़ जो है ना आप मुकदमा भी कर सकते हैं प्रोविजन इनकम टैक्स ऑर्डिनेंस 2001 के तहत। आज हमने जो है फाइल इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न के बारे में स्टडी करा। फाइल इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न और we will discuss in the next lecture इंशाल्लाह इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न फॉर्म के बारे में। और जब हम ये तमाम जो अपना एजुकेशनल कंप्लीट करेंगे तो फिर प्रैक्टिकल पे आ जाएंगे हम। And it's request to you, please share and subscribe to my channel for the motivation. Take care and Allah Hafiz. Bye bye. Please remember me in the prayers.